Hey, what's up, We Them Dogs podcast? And man, oh man, today is stat day. We was gonna do a regular uh podcast show today, but today it just be. It's kind of hard getting the other guys. They got a busy life. But before we get started, make sure you hit that like button so this video can go out to the algorithm to people just like you, and it can help this channel grow. And if you love the Georgia Bulldog, make sure you subscribe. So let's take it over here to the stats. So one thing I just want to point out is, man, when you look at the score, 24-21, it seemed like it was a really good game, right? It seemed like this was a hard fought game between both teams, and it really seemed like Georgia, like, they did pretty well for the most part. It don't seem like Alabama had so many first downs. It don't seem like Georgia was having a hard time stopping their passing game. And when you look at this as a whole, it just looked like it was a really good game. But we played terrible defense, y'all. And the reason why this score is like this is because second half we shut them out. We kept them from scoring. They scored 24 points um in the first half. As you see, they scored 7 points in the first quarter. Second quarter, that's when they really killed us at. They totally killed us. Third quarter, 0. Fourth quarter, 0. We scored 14 points in the second quarter, and we scored 7 points in the third quarter. There's a lot of points that were left on the boards for Georgia Bulldogs. And let's just look at these stats right quick. So key players, you got Ty Simpson, 276 yards, 2 touchdowns, uh, 12 rushing yards, no rushing touchdown. So it ain't like, when you look at that, it don't really look like he did much. But the thing is, they kept chopping wood. They basically took our meta, our whole motto, keep chopping wood, and they used it in their pass offense. And that's how they got us. And that's how they kept, like, they stayed on the field. It was crazy. It was long drawn. Like, when you look at the whole game, it seemed like all you saw was Alabama. Like, there's rarely any like Georgia offensive highlights because they barely got on the field. But then you look at this, and Chauncey Bowen had 117 yards, a rushing touchdown, 22 receiving yards, 4 reception. So Ty Simpson, he was 24 of 38. They threw the ball almost 40 times. That's how much they threw the ball. Gunnar Stockton only threw the ball 20 times, and he only threw for 130 yards because the offense just couldn't get on the field. Um, you look at this. Chauncey Bowen ran the ball 11 times, 117 yards. Nate Frazier, 4 times 30 yards because he fumbled the ball and we basically took him out of the game. Gunnar Stockton ran 5 times for 22 yards, which is really weird right here. That shows you that Gunnar Stockton didn't take he didn't take the yardage that he needed to take when he ran the ball. There was a couple times that we saw where it was wide open and he didn't run the ball. Uh, Josh McCray, 15 yards. He scored a touchdown. Them short yards, we needed him for that. Dwight Phillips, I'm shocked. He ran 1 time in the game. We should have gave him the ball more. But guess what? We couldn't get the ball more. Cash Jones, 2 for -7 yards. Cash Jones is just not, he's not a running back. But, man, I mean, you can look at this first quarter. Like, Ty Simpson. And then Gunnar Stockton. And then the field goal by Alabama. And then a touchdown by Chauncey Bowen. And then Ty Simpson scrambled for 2 yards. Touchdown. And then third quarter, Josh McCray scored a touchdown. right? Um, let's see. Is there any defense? There's not any defense. And then when you look at the total yardage, it's weird, bro. It is so weird. Georgia had 355 total yards. Think about it. If our defense had played better, this would have, the yardage we would have put up would have been crazy. I guarantee you, we would have been hitting at 500 yards if we had got the ball more. This would have looked crazy. I want y'all to pay attention to this. This would have looked real crazy. See this? Like, this would have been insane. Telling how many rushing yards we would have had. Telling how many passing yards we would have had if we had gotten the ball. But Alabama literally kept the ball like majority of the game. And Alabama had 397 yards. That's probably all they would have had. Maybe. Probably not. To be honest, if our defense had played ball, they probably would have had way less yardage. I guarantee you that. And Georgia would have had a lot of yardage because look at that. They only beat us by what? 42 yards of total offense? That's just mind blowing. That's mind blowing. Um Team stats. Let's see. Look at the first down that Alabama had. 25 gushing first down. 25 of those things. 25. And Georgia only had 16. And then Alabama, they did, I mean, Alabama only passed, that's crazy. Alabama was passing, through passing for them to get the first yards was 16 times. Through their passing, they equal up with the amount of first downs we got in total. Alabama 16 passing. They threw the ball as many times as we got first downs. That's insane. And we got 9, they got 6. We only got 5 first down out of passing. So that just kind of says a lot about our passing. Um, Third down conversion, they complete 13 out of 19. That's wow. That's like majority of the first downs on the third down conversion. No one had a fourth down conversion, but on the third down conversion, 19 of those was out of that 25 first downs. And we only got 2. Out of 8, we had 8 third down conversion. It's insane. When you look at these numbers, it's like, bro, what is going on? What is going on? We had 2 rushing touchdowns. They only had 1, but they had 2 passing touchdowns. We had 1. So really, they didn't. The same amount of touchdowns. They had the ball most of the time. Like, but they had the ball so long. I want to know how many what the time position was. So in the first 6 minutes, they did 14 plays. We had 14-10. 6 minutes. Then they did another 6 minutes. These it's crazy. I think so. The first. Okay, yeah, yeah. Then they did a 12 minute. Then they did 9 minutes. Milking the clock, man. Milking the clock. Four. Good gracious. Good gracious. 14 minutes. That's crazy. Then they did that out of what, six? So 6 minutes, and then another 6 minutes. I think. I think that's how it worked. I don't know how they got that lined up. Okay, that was at their 26. So 6 minutes, 6 minutes. Bama. Okay, then it was 2 minutes, 1 minute. That was a drive. Okay, how long did the drive? Look at our time position. Horrible. 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 44 seconds fumble. We scored within a minute, and then we scored within 6 minutes. Then we scored within 3 minutes. We were scoring fast, really fast. To be honest, we were scoring really fast, but we didn't have the ball that long. It took them 6 minutes before they scored a touchdown. It took them another 6 minutes before they scored a touchdown. Then the other one, it took them a minute and 34 seconds before they scored a touchdown. And then they had a minute and 28 seconds when they kept the field goal. Then they missed that field goal, was just 5 minutes and 23 seconds. They punted the ball 1, 2, 3. We punted the ball 1, 2, 3, 4. Literally time possession. I really want to see the time possession. Like, what is uh time possession? Let's see. Maybe it's on ESPN, right? Uh, yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh, they had the ball for like 35 minutes and 36 seconds. That's like another 10 minute more than we had. A little bit more, actually. We had it for 24 minutes and 24 seconds. Cause finally, but that's crazy. 35 minutes. That's like how many? That's like, oh my gosh. How many minutes? Let's see. I forgot. Let's see. I'm about to see it. I think it's 15. I forgot. Or 20. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. So they basically had 2 quarters that they had the ball, which essentially was the first half. Essentially was the first half. And then the second half, you can just say we had the ball for like a quarter, and then like, let's see, and like 9 and then 9 minutes and something, like another like 9 minutes in the next quarter. So I think that was it probably was the third quarter we had the ball the longest, maybe, maybe fourth quarter, one of them, I forgot. But they had the ball pretty much essentially half of the game. Half of the game. We got to do something better about defense, y'all. We really do. I mean, it's getting, it's just, we, Tennessee exposed our weakness. It was the DBs and pass rush. And it just happens again. DBs and the pass rush. Pass rush have been a problem since last year. We thought we were going to rectify that. Never did. Never did. Never rectified the pass rush defense at all. We actually lost players. Um, we never rectified that at all. Like at all, to be honest. Never rectified. Georgia, let's see. Look at this. Look at this. Uh, Look at this class. Like crazy. So we supposedly have went and got an edge 4-star. We don't see him as much. We supposedly had got Josh Horton. I don't think we see him as much. Two guys. Nothing been fits. The guys that didn't play last year that much playing this year, they're not doing much. Something got to give. Something got to give. And I don't know how we're going to fix that. I really don't. Like, I don't know how we're going to fix this pass rush. We're going to have to, at this point, I would say we're going to have to scheme up teams. We really are. Well, like, we're just going to have to scheme it up. We're going to have to set the defense up for success. Basically, when I coach, when I was, and this nowhere near the same as college, but when I coached flag football, I didn't have the athletes, right? So I had to scheme up plays for my players to be successful. And that's the same thing Georgia's gonna have to do on the defense is they're gonna have to scheme up. They're gonna have to come up with some plays that's like they're gonna have to do some blitz type of. They're gonna scheme up the blitz. They're gonna have to scheme up how the defense lineman rush. Uh, they're gonna have to do some stunts and twists. They're gonna have to do something. And I don't know. I didn't really watch the film on the defense to see what they actually did. But it'd be awesome to watch Josh Brooks. Not Josh Brooks, but Brooke Austin, the Film Guy Network. Let's see where they failed at. Now, I will say, luckily we play against a Kentucky team that's not as talented as Alabama. But if we don't cover and if we don't get pass rush, um, I don't know if Zach Calzada is coming back, but he's gonna eat us up if we don't do that. If we don't get no pass rush on no more quarter on any of the quarterbacks, really, any of the quarterbacks that we play against the next few games or the next, rest of the season, they're gonna dice us up, man. They're gonna dice us up, and you can't really blame the DBs. Like as much as I know, a lot of people want to blame DBs. We're not getting home. Like we're not. We're not getting home. We're not getting our hands on the quarterback. I will. I guess I'll backtrack a little bit and say when I saw it, I did see the pass rush. Like I could see it closing in, but as they closing in, you got Ty Simpson in the middle, stepping up in the pocket. Bam. We gotta have something in that middle. And I hate to say it, seem like the D tackles probably ain't getting no pass rush. Elijah Griffith, he's a freshman. Jordan Hall, I need you to step it up, man. Christian Miller, bro, where you been? I need you to step it up. Christian Miller supposed to be a dog. I haven't Christian, bro. Where you at? Where are the Jalen Carters and the Jordan Davis of the defense? I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Is it because these guys are maybe not as big as these boys? Because, I mean, when you look at it, our defensive tackles, I don't feel like they nowhere near the same size as, let's see. We're just gonna look right quick. Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter. We can't say Jordan Davis because Jordan Davis is a big, huge human being. Jalen Carter is 6'3", 313 pounds. That's big boy. That's Jalen Carter. All right, Elijah Griffin. 6'3", and he was what? 6'3", 313 pounds. Okay, so he is 6'4". Okay, 310 pounds, but he's a freshman. Mind you, he's a freshman. Jordan Hall. I think they're about the same, to be honest. 6'4", 320 pounds, bro. What? So, I guess I'm wrong. It ain't the size; it's the talent. They just taking up space for no reason. They just as big as Jalen Carter, to be honest. Just as big. Um, what about Christian Miller? Let's see. 6'4", 310 pounds. So they big. They just ain't. They're not getting home, man. They're not getting home. So man, we probably got one more talking point about this whole Alabama game with the boys, but other than that, I'm like so done with it. Um, I mean, I did predict that we was gonna lose the game, but I ain't expect us to lose it in like that. To be honest, Well, I didn't. I thought it was gonna be like a really tough fight. Like how the score looked, I thought the game was gonna roll like that, but the game didn't look nothing like that. They completely dominated us. On offense, they were on offense. They was, uh, bro, put on a clinic. So with that being said, man, I hope everybody have a great day. And also let me know what y'all think in the comment section. What can Georgia do to get better on defense? Obviously, we know that the offense looked pretty good. I don't really have much to complain about the offense other than maybe like let Gunner rip the ball more. Obviously, he can throw it down the field. We see it. We got wide receivers that can catch the ball. Please bring Noah Thomas. This man is like a milk carton, meaning his pictures is like on the milk carton, the missing person. We ain't seen him much. Um, Also give Talon Taylor some more chances because the kid can be really good, and also C.J. Wally. We got a lot of great wide receivers. We just gotta like put in the work, man. Gotta really open up that playbook. The run game looking how it's supposed to be. We obviously have done exactly what Kirby Smart want us to do, and that's to stop the run and be able to run the ball. We're doing that, but now it's on the flip side. We can't stop the pass, and it seems like we somewhat can't pass the ball, but I think we can. We're just not seeing the type of stuff we want to see as fans. So other than that, I'm out.